Okay, you shouldn't be watching this video unless you are hopelessly stuck on my ultimate challenge. All right, so what I've done here is I put all the information together and I've color-coded it. So your firm has 500,000 shares of common stock outstanding and 10,000 shares of preferred stock outstanding. So this is just the number of shares for each. They're not the market values. The preferred stock is selling for $45 per share based on a $2 dividend per year. The last dividend paid on common stock was $2 per share. Your common stock investors require a 10% rate of return per year. In order to achieve this, you plan to reinvest 25% of earnings into projects returning 12% per year. Your firm also has 300,000 bonds outstanding. Each bond pays an annual coupon rate of 7%, has 5 years remaining until maturity, and a yield to maturity of 8%. All right, so you can see the color coding there, and I've broken the information down according to those colors. So all the stuff in equity is in red, preferred stock is in green, and debt or bonds is in blue. So common stock equity, 500,000 shares. You're given DIV 0 because it said last dividend paid was $2. Your cost of equity, RE, is the required rate of return of 10%. Then you're given information about PBR and ROE, which are used to calculate G. So you reinvest 25% into projects earning a 12% rate of return. So G equals ROE times PBR. I can then use DIV 0 and G to get dividend 1. So DIV 1 is dividend 0 times 1 plus G. P0 is then equal to DIV1 divided by R minus G, and remember my R was given as 10%. So now I know I know some critical information necessary to do my WACC calculation. I already knew RE, the cost of equity, was 10%, or cost of common stock 10%. Then I can use the market value per share and the number of shares outstanding to figure out the market value of equity, which in this case is 14.7 million, roughly. Okay, so this is RE and this is E, the market value of equity. Then for preferred stock, I knew there were 10,000 shares outstanding. Each was selling at $45 with a $2 dividend. So the market value of preferred stock is 10,000 shares outstanding at $45 per share is $450,000. The cost of preferred stock, RPS, is dividend divided by P0. So 2 divided by 45, and that gave me a cost of 4.44%. Now over here for bonds, I gave you this one in a slightly different manner. I said there's 300,000 bonds outstanding, 7% coupon rate, 5 years until maturity. We have, let's see. The rate is 8%, so that's the yield to maturity. The future value on each bond is 1,000. So in this case, I solved the calculations based on each individual bond and then multiplied each bond times 300,000 for the number of bonds outstanding. Okay, so the present value, I can go through here, right? Present value is equal to rates. The discount rate is 8%, comma, number of compounding periods 5, comma, payment $70 per bond per year, comma, face or future value is 1,000. And I wanted that to come out as a positive number, so I multiplied it by -1. So each bond is selling at a slight discount, $960.07. So $960.07 per bond, and there's 300,000 bonds outstanding, gives me a market value of $288.021 million. All right, now, my V is my market value of debt plus my market value of equity plus my market value of common stock. My capital structure, D over V, E over V, and PS over V is calculated in just that way. So in this case, my firm is 95% debt financed. So yes, I have a huge potential for a debt overhang problem. Remember, the debt overhang problem is where the cost of debt ends up, you have too much debt in your capital structure, so that debt becomes more and more and more risky, because if anything goes wrong, the debt holders get total control of the firm. So it raises not only your cost of debt financing, but also your cost of equity financing as well. So I can plug in over here to get my overall weighted average cost of capital.